Welcome back to a little update on how I am after my operation and a little bit on my health journey. So the very start of this, I'm just going to quickly intro. I had endometriosis in like 2017. I had a operation to get it removed. I then had the Mirena coil put in, which I really recommend the Mirena coil. It really helped me. And obviously the operation as well, but not everyone necessarily needs the operation, and just switching up your contraception or coils, etc. Can have like a really positive impact. I had the coil in for basically like 7 years, which you're meant to get it out after 5. I don't know where that time went, but it went and it flew by. And then I was like, crap, I need to get this bloody coil out because it stops working. It still acts as the contraceptive, but the benefits of it in terms of your hormones, etc., balancing you out, wasn't working anymore. So went to the doctors, got it removed. At the same time, I also got a scan, basically just to see what was going on down there, because I was still suffering from very, very intense pains, especially during sex, like just daily pains, stabbing pains like in your bum, like even when prior to having sex, even if I was like remotely turned on, like I would get this like lulling pain that would just be like woof, and yeah, not ideal. So anyway, that's what that basically leads on to, which you'll kind of see the process. Getting the coil removed is nothing to worry about as well. I feel like there's so many horror stories, but don't forget, in life in general, you always hear like the worst of something rather than the good in something as much. Obviously it's not going to be the most comfortable thing in the world, but we're women, we're very strong, so we know that, but it's just to help us and stuff. I'm now no longer on any contraception, and I haven't been since I got that coil removed before Christmas, so quite a while now. I can't believe we're in bloody September, but here we are. So yeah, the montage of that basically to begin, but I was super nervous for basically getting the coil out because I didn't know whether I was going to be told I still had endometriosis or I needed another operation, which is just like a lot to think about just because it's your health and everything like that. So I was definitely super nervous. The outcome after I got the coil removed was that they actually found, or could see, no endometriosis, which was absolutely incredible, amazing, but they found fibroids. So fibroids are like growths inside, like near your womb, outside your womb. They can be in various places. Mine were right by my bowel. So he said he saw one which was 5 centimeters, which if I ever want children, etc., then it would be like important, especially if I want them in the near future, it would be important to get that removed, like sooner rather than later. So knowing that I had the fibroid obviously is like, you know, not ideal, but also I think it's good at least when you're going back and forth and like you finally find, right, this is the problem, how are we going to fix it? So I then waited a while to get my fibroid operation booked in. I did go privately, which obviously I'm so fortunate that I'm able to do so, but I went via private healthcare, so it is covered by insurance. So obviously these operations are like very, very expensive. I know if you go through the NHS, there's a very big wait list, etc. And it's very similar to going privately and going via BUPA, which is what I did. So if you're in the UK and stuff, I really would try and go through that. Anyone can do it. So I had the operation booked in, and I had the operation. All went smoothly. I'm so grateful for how incredible doctors are and what they can do, and very, very grateful for that. And the doctors and the nurses and stuff were all absolutely incredible, just beyond helpful and lovely, and make you feel so settled and stuff. So I'm very, very fortunate and lucky with that, 100%. So basically with the fibroids, they also, during the operation, also found another fibroid, which is like 2.5 centimeters long. So I had one 5 centimeters and one 2.5. Obviously, I have had like a few comments like, oh, you're so lucky. That's how big yours were. I'm fully aware that like people have bigger and people are way worse off than me, but I just think no one is lucky when having to deal with a health condition. I just think be like mindful, and even if you're going through something, try not to like project what you're going through onto other people, because like everyone's going through something, and like just because yours is worse essentially or better, or that doesn't take away that you're still going through it. I feel like I'm rushing through this because one, it's taken me ages to film this because I find it not like an uncomfortable topic, but like it does bring up a lot of not pain, but like obviously it's been like a 10-year journey for me, and I always get so, I get so emotional with things, and it is emotional because, as I said, anyone going through anything like this is like tough, and I'm doing this, I'm like, should be protected, and your feelings are like so valid, and yeah, I just want everyone to like feel like there is light at the end of it, and like it will get better. Some people's journeys are far longer than 10 years like mine, some people's are shorter, some people go through it and continue to go through it. I may go through it again, I'm obviously susceptible to it, etc. So there's all these things, but I think trying to stay positive and doing what you can is definitely something I try and do. So yes, I had the operation and they removed the 5 centimeter fibroid and the 2.5 centimeter fibroid, and when they were also in there, they said that they couldn't see any endometriosis, which is absolutely incredible. I don't know how, but that's what I've been told by incredible doctors. So I just obviously got to keep an eye on and just monitor to how I'm feeling, etc. So with the endometriosis operation, they do, depending again on the individual, but for me and generally speaking, they do 3 incisions, keyhole, and then the recovery time is about 6 weeks, give or take, dependent on the person, before you recommend to be able to like lift weights again, start getting into your exercise, etc., etc. And I would actually say the recovery time for that, you do feel like, I felt good, like again, like quite quickly. I started walking and obviously like wasn't training, etc., but like being able to go on like lovely walks. The operation I had with the fibroid was different to my endometriosis operation. My fibroid operation was definitely more intense. I have 4 scars. I had 3 keyhole incisions, 2 on either side of me, 1 through my belly button, and then 1 where you basically have a C-section, and that one is about that big. So that is quite a big one, and I literally, you can't physically move yourself and lift yourself up afterwards for like a few days. Like you can't, and honestly, women who have children and C-sections and are then given a child to look after, and when you have just gone through what you have gone through, women are absolutely incredible, and I really think there should be like more care for women who have just given birth, C-sections, etc., because it is, your body has just been torn apart, and then you're like, goodbye, ciao, you sort yourself out, which I just found like crazy, the fact that I had nothing on what a C-section would be. It was like that, but obviously like the same incision area and cut, and yeah, I literally couldn't lift myself for a couple of days. And then that week after, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to stretch my body out because of that big cut, and I tried to go for walks and things like that as quick as you can, and you are given a little bit of rehab, just some like pelvic tilts, lifting your leg up, pushing it down, lifting your leg up, because it's good to like keep moving. And I think, you are recommended to move and not just to lie and crunch up for days. So I did try and go for like very, very short walks, like 5-10 minutes, and build myself up. But I literally was walking on the street like, bah, bah, bah. I was just grateful that my operation went smoothly and I was able to walk, to be honest with you. And then obviously it gets better and better. And you just have to be super patient. And I think if you are grateful for like so many other things, like the fact that I was able to walk and it went smoothly, I wasn't really thinking about the exercise aspect of it too much, because I was just like, please, I pray this has made me better. And really incredible news that I'm no longer in pain, which is incredible. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, because I don't say it out loud, because I like to kind of put these things to the side. I'm like, I'm fine. But yeah, no, it is pretty incredible that the pain has gone. And I think the pain that I used to suffer from as well, from my endometriosis during sex and stuff, I think it was maybe potentially a fibroid that wasn't removed then. And I think it's incredible, and there's so much awareness, not so much, there needs to be more awareness 100% around endometriosis. Like fibroids, 2 in 3 women have fibroids and suffer from fibroids, and I would love to like start the conversation and have more of a conversation about that, because the fact that those fibroids are removed and I now don't have pain during sex and like daily pain when I need the loo or just anything like that is just like, oh my god, the weight lifted off of me. The fact that I can actually have sex without pain is just like, I haven't been able to really do that. This is crazy. Why am I like this? It's because I never really talk about it. The fact that I can do that is just like amazing. And I feel very lucky that the operation, I've just got my socks. Just me and my little half sock. So yeah, I just want to like say that obviously I really think there is light at the end of the tunnel when you are first coming into something like this and experiencing what I have experienced, or you're going on your own journey. I think you have to just try and stay positive and just keep on like going. Like one of my friends actually messaged me today saying, I've just got diagnosed with endometriosis, like thanks for like pushing me to go and see the gynecologist, etc. And I just think the more we speak about it, the more women can get diagnosed, and then we can get to the bottom of it and we can sort it out and find out ways to manage it, find out ways to hopefully cure it, because yeah, it's like so common, and there is still like a lot of shame around it, and I just think there shouldn't be, because so many women go through it. I'm personally now not on any contraception. I don't plan on going on any contraception. I just don't think, like, hopefully, you know, there's obviously some things that are really good for endometriosis, etc., things like that. But I've been on contraception literally since I was like 15 years old. That was just due to, I was very sporty and I went on it, I think, to stop my period, which is actually quite wild, just so that I didn't have to deal with that on like regular basis during sport, etc. I don't think contraception in general at such a young age is ideal, and I don't know what the root cause of endometriosis is, or fibroids. Obviously sugar is like a killer in terms of so many illnesses, everything in moderation, of course, but yeah, obviously my recovery and everything, walked and stuff, really big bummer. I was feeling great after like 3 weeks. I was walking, I went on my like first little jog, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And then I probably got the worst illness, flu virus I have had since I was like a child. I was in bed for like 4 days. I still actually have a bit of a like, and this is like 8 weeks on probably. That was not ideal for my recovery, because it just meant that I stopped running, and my exercise and stuff, I wasn't getting back into my normal routine. And then more recently I started doing Pilates again, which is absolutely incredible. I've done 3 weight sessions in 2.5 months, 3 months, which isn't a lot, but also I'm just listening to my body, and I advise that like everyone just listens to your body. I think when we say listen to your body, I think it's about having options and, you know, trying out like a very lightweight session, or like if that's not working for you, Pilates, go for a walk, go for a jog, because exercise and nutrition helps so much with symptoms mentally. So I couldn't recommend that more. And I think my diet, good and bad, I think because I was super ill, I just was like having baguettes and bread because that's all I could stomach. And then yeah, I've kind of been traveling and stuff, so I've not got back into my routine at all. I've been all over the bloody shop, so I'm looking forward to now I'm back home. I really want to get back into a routine and where I want to be with my nutrition and my exercise, and I have like a set plan of what my like ideal would be, and I really want to take you guys along that journey with me. But yeah, I'm just so excited, and I'm so happy to say that I feel absolutely incredible in terms of the symptoms have gone and everything. It's really difficult because the reason why I'm a bit I don't know how to go about filming this is because I don't know what you guys can take from it. I just want to be able to open up the discussion, hopefully in the comments, you guys to be able to speak about your experience, give your tips. I just want you guys to feel at peace with, if you have endometriosis, if you're having symptoms, that with all the research and awareness that like so many women are now trying to bring attention to, that I feel there is light at the end of the tunnel. You know, the operation, like, it's not as daunting as you might think. Like, the doctors are so incredible, and like the recovery time really isn't that bad. Like, as I said, my fibroid one, I was honestly feeling so ready and so incredible afterwards, because I felt like a weight had been lifted. And you know, after three weeks, honestly, I didn't know if my symptoms had gone, etc., but I was just starting to like be able to go on my first run, and I was just like super positive for the future, and I was just trying to be as positive as possible. And then boom, I think my immune system was really down. And to be honest with you, I didn't overdo it with exercise those first few weeks, but I was working like the like literally like an hour after I came out of the operation, which was so fucking stupid. And like the next morning at 6 a.m. I was up, so I started working, which I actually do really regret doing. Obviously, work is like so important to me and like the businesses and everything, but like you're recommended to take 2 weeks off, like doctor's note, off work. And obviously like I'm like self-employed, I own 2 businesses, I'm not in a place where I could do that, but I actually really regret not taking more time off, just because I don't think I would have got really sick with like a virus and the flu if I hadn't have run myself down like I did in terms of work. Not necessarily exercise, but I was just like doing too much in general. I wasn't exercising and stuff. Obviously walking is exercise, but I'm saying like I wasn't doing intense weights or anything like that. As I said, I've done 3 weight sessions in the last basically 3 months now. And yeah, I'm probably not feeling like my best, to be honest, at the moment. Just not even because of the operation, just because of life and summer and like my schedule. I just not feeling like I'm in like a really good routine, and I love routine. So I just need to get back into my swing. But if you have any questions, or please, I hope this like sparks conversation. I'm just gonna go through a couple more like symptoms and stuff which might like trigger anyone listening to this who thinks they might have endo or a fibroid. So with endometriosis, like the symptoms can be like severe tiredness, which then can like lead on to depression, weight gain. Like for me, I definitely did gain weight, but that was also because I was so tired and I was reaching for like super sugary things. My diet got so bad, which, hey, we're all human. Like, I'm not saying to not have nice things that you enjoy, or like not good nutritional value foods, but like when you're in a cycle and it's like not just occasionally, it's like all the time, constantly, every meal after every meal, you're grabbing for like things that aren't going to make you feel better, which are going to trigger your stomach. Then that's when you need to have like a more honest conversation with yourself. And I think after my first operation, I did have that more honest conversation with myself and was like, what am I actually doing? What am I actually putting into my body that's benefiting me? And like I wasn't eating well at all, which obviously then leads to weight gain. So I had that. My skin, like I've always been, touch wood, pretty lucky with my skin. All skin, everyone, like no matter what, is beautiful. Like our beauty standards and stuff are crazy, but like my skin, and I was never really that spotty, and I was having breakouts and stuff like that. Another one, like PCOS, which I also got diagnosed with. You can become more hairy. Again, I'm a hairy gal. Who knows, if it was the PCOS, or I'm just a hairy gal. My dad is, my mum is, always, rocked the mono from a young age. So yeah, but like generally like my arms aren't particularly hairy. And then it's obviously just stabbing pains, like, and it's not just your period, it's not just getting pains on your period, it's outside of your period where you're getting pains. And then obviously it can be extremely heightened on your period as well. So it's not period pains, like, please. Anyone who's had endo or anything like that and someone goes, oh, bad period pains, you're like, please. I'm not devaluing, you can have period pains and it'd be horrible 100%, but like it's outside of that. And if you're saying it to a doctor and they're like, oh, is it just bad period pain? It's like, us as women, we know our bodies, like we know when there's something wrong, so we have to like be persistent and push through. And I think like going to a gynecologist, I would recommend get your GP to recommend you to go to a gyno, because then they're going to be able to see and help you with what's wrong with you more. So there are some symptoms there: pain during sex, but that was 100% my fibroids. So yeah, pain during sex, even when you're just not even penetration. I don't know why I looked you guys directly in the eye when I said that, but like everything. It's like when you orgasm as well, it's like crazy pain. Like so intense that you think you're gonna like vomit. I have vomited before. Like you think you're gonna like fucking pass out. It's like so painful. So that is definitely the fibroids. I'm now not on any contraception. I'm using natural cycles to monitor my cycle, and I'm taking it like a lot more seriously in terms of going forward, as I said, this next chapter, like how I'm going to be training on my cycle and what movement I'm doing, what I'm putting into my body. I've just like launched Pilates on the app, and just, not that I'm trying to make this remotely about that, but Pilates helped me a lot, because that type of movement can really help you connect to your pelvic floor muscles, which is super helpful. Also like anti-inflammatory recipes, which again, like for example, like red meat, it can take up to like 72 hours to like digest through your system, and that's only going to really probably aggravate you. There's hormones pumped into red meat, etc., things like that, so it's just not going to be the most ideal for your body. I take like daily vitamins. I'm taking like hormone balance. I take vitamin D, zinc and magnesium, things like that. But I think like you have to start like at the base and really like be honest with yourself. And because obviously like nutrition and exercise with most conditions, like I don't think one doctor would say to you that if you saw your diet and your exercise, it's not going to help you. It's always going to help you no matter what you have. So like those two things, if you can try and figure that out the best way that you can, it's going to help you so much, like so much. So you have to be like, it's your health. Like without our health, we have nothing. So you have to like put the importance in that. Yeah, I mean, I hope that that is helpful, and that this conversation can just open up, like I said, other things for us to speak about. And yeah, but I mean, like obviously, like I don't want to be like too happy the fact that I'm not in like the pain anymore. I will say my tits, side note, they are like, I don't know if my hormones are still like balancing out, because I haven't had obviously the coil out for like 8 months now, but my boobs are just like wild. They get so big, like so big. And this is, if anyone who knows this, because I have Googled it and stuff, and obviously as we know with endo and stuff, there's research out there, but you have to do a lot of it yourself. And so I was like looking into it and stuff. Obviously like I've been having more sex now, and I feel like then my boobs just go up, bam. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like I don't want boom, you know, it makes me feel like very heavy. Like, oh. Anywho, if anyone knows why that's happening, obviously during my cycle, my boobs always have, like when I'm about to come on my period, my boobs always get so big. Literally, it's not so big again. Not if you compare it to bloody Katie Price, you know? But like for me, for my boobs normally are, to then what they are when they blow up, it's like that's just so swollen. So I don't know if what I'm doing there, if anyone else experiences it, you probably all do. But yeah, I'm still like figuring out myself and everything, but like I'm gonna take you guys on that journey with me. And yeah, hopefully that has helped. Endometriosis UK charity is absolutely incredible, and there's amazing women as well who also suffer from endometriosis and fibroids, and I really recommend trying to speak to women who go through the same thing, because I think you can confide in your partner, your family, your friends, etc., but no one really understands what you go through unless you're going through it, and unless someone has gone through a very similar thing. And I think it's so nice to be able to confide in people who go through something similar to you. And also not to burden it, which I know that sounds terrible, but like to burden your partner with it too much, to burden like other people with it too much, because I know it's all consuming. Like, it's so consuming, because you have to deal with it every single day, and it's so painful. And I really hope that, you know, I personally, obviously, like I said, I had an operation, and like I'm self-employed, so I can just work from the sofa or whatever, like for those few weeks, absolutely fine. But women who actually also suffer with endometriosis and these problems, and you're going into the office, just like I go into the office as well, but you know, you're having chronic pains, and then it's just kind of like, deal with it. I just think there should be something in place that if you are suffering from that, you should be able to, like, you can still do, like, sometimes the pain is crazy, you can't do anything, you just sit and breathe. But like, you know, if it's gonna help you to be sat at home with a nice like hot water bottle on your tummy, with your laptop out, just like that kind of thing, it's like that, there should be, I don't know, I feel like any woman who's had the endo pain and fibroid pain will relate to what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying like don't work, I'm just saying like sometimes it's like, guys, I'm having a massive flare-up today, so painful, can I like work from home, because whatever. And I just, yeah, within business, especially more corporate, I feel like that is, you know, something that would be incredible. And I hope that by me sharing this and stuff, it just, yeah, keeps the conversation going, because I want to be able to help as many of you guys as possible. I would never want anyone to go through what I'm going through in a million years, of what I've gone through. And I'd love to be able to like prevent it happening, or like stop it sooner. But yeah, I mean, as I said, diet and exercise do really help so much with all aspects. But I urge you to please always like seek doctor's advice. This is just my opinion. This is just what I have personally gone through. I'm just sharing my personal experience. I'm not telling you guys to do anything, etc. Like, I'm not a doctor, so I don't want anyone to feel like I've given them advice and stuff, because I'm not a doctor. It's just, I'm literally just sharing my experience, and everyone has a very unique and different experience. And sometimes it is trial and error with different things, whether it's trying different movements, different foods, and things that like trying to help yourself. And I actually had an interview the other day, it was really interesting. It's like, on those days where you feel like you can't do anything, you can't move, I think what we can control is like the nutrition side of things. And on those days where you feel like so, you want to give up, you just want to eat crap, but that's like the worst thing you can do. Like, so try not to like fixate on the short-term high, and like try and think, okay, what nutrition can I have today that's gonna like actually like fulfill me and be healthy, and not give me more of a flare-up, not cause me more issues and things like that. Anyway, guys, I've been blabbering on for so bloody long on this, but I hope it's just like a positive video. Like, it's definitely incredibly positive for myself to just come on here and be like, I actually don't have pain anymore. And touch wood, that's how it's gonna stay. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna love and leave you, and yeah, please leave a comment, etc. Would be amazing if you could do that, because you never know who else might be going through it, and we can hopefully help each other out. But I love you guys, and I will see you all very, very, very soon.